Hello everybody, we're now going to be looking at mystical religious experiences. So mystical religious experiences, the person most known by this is William James in his book The Varieties of Religious Experience. So we have to start by knowing William James' definition of a religion. And he describes it as the feelings, acts and the experiences of individuals, men in their solitude, so far as they apprehend themselves to stand in the relation to whatever they may consider the divine. It sounds long-winded. So just somebody's beliefs in the divine. That's what he describes as religion. So William James has a criteria for a mystical experience. We normally call it pint or pint. I don't know, people have different pronunciations. So the first is it has to be passive, meaning the mystique does not control the experiences. The person is passive. You remember, like in palliative care, somebody is passive, they're not really acting. The second is ineffable, meaning the experience is beyond human explanation. You can't describe what you can explain, but you can't really describe. It's kind of like if you see somebody who's like saying I survived a car crash or something, they'll be like, I can't explain to you how, and that's what they mean. And the N is for noetic, meaning the recipient or the mystique receives knowledge or instruction that would be unavailable. So you see like some people who say God was acting in my life, God told me to do this. Sometimes obviously it has to, it's false, but then it's normally noetic as well. And then the fourth is transient, meaning the experiences are not long. They last for some time, but they fade away within time. Like maybe the experience can go on for a few seconds or a few minutes, but it won't be this religious experience that's going on for one whole year. That's what he means by transient. And so William James' mystical religious experience is quite good because he was also a psychologist, if I can remember quite well. Please, if it's wrong, I'm sorry. But he was also a psychologist, so he tested these with his patients, he collected evidence, and you can use this in your essay to say whether it's believable or not believable, because obviously he based his evidence or his criteria according to the evidence he collected. And for him, religious experience is central to religious beliefs. And the good thing is, he doesn't cancel out the fact that he doesn't say God doesn't exist or God exists. So it's up to the individual or you to decide whether his mystical religious experience says God exists or if it's enough evidence for God's existence. So in conclusion, you have to think about other things. William James followed a pragmatic approach, meaning truth is not fixed, and that what is true is whatever has great value for us. You see, like other people, truth, you can, this brings in another question, like more of meta-ethics, kind of like, is truth, or do we mean according to what majority people believe in and everything? But anyway, James committed an empirical approach, meaning he gathered evidence, like empirical evidence, and for his evidence here. And then he also believes in pluralism, which means truth should be found in various religious backgrounds, like in Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, and all those things. So God can exist in all those places, or truth itself, because other people say a religious experience can't exist because when you go into a different religion, something else is taught, and you go into a different religion, they say this and that. But James says truth should be found in all these religious experience, in all these religious backgrounds, which is quite good because it gives a religious experience that standing that it's actually true. So join me in my next video when we'll look at numinous religious experiences. Thank you.